This Raw Vision video is brought to you by Metro Solar, proud partner of the Richmond Football Club.
When it comes to cult status at Tigerland, nothing beats the Talking Tigers juggernaut. Stand by for the latest exciting, enthralling episodes from the terrific TT team. Take it away, AC, Richo and Greeners.
Thanks, James, and thanks, Yvonne, for that tremendous opening. Welcome, everybody, again to Richmond's 2015 Family Day. For those of you who don't know who we are Richmond's official weekly podcast, Talking Tigers, recorded right here at the MA Bank Centre on a weekly basis. And we'll be chatting to you live for the next 30 minutes or so as we get right into Family Day. My name is Adrian Sedia, and it's my pleasure to introduce Tiger legend, multimedia megastar, Matthew Richardson's here. How are you, mate?
It's good to be here. How good was Big Yvonne?
Oh, it was
Introducing
fantastic.
us there. It's good to be here. Great to be at Family Day. It's great that it's at Punt Road, so it should be a great day, AC.
Should be. And alongside you, Matthew, is a legend in his own lunchbox.
Oh, look at him.
Tony Greenberg.
Well, as long as I don't open my lunchbox, AC. Anyway, what are we doing here? What do we do? This is a practice match. We actually kick off in a couple of weeks. Surely we should have gone in with our under-23 squad here.
We did well yesterday, I thought.
Hey, we
did well.
We did.
Are you saying you look like a couple of rock stars, you two?
Yeah,
Are you
well.
saying you shouldn't have to be here?
No, well, would have thought under-23. This is a trial run. But listen, I don't understand why everyone is over there with the players. They can see the players anytime we get autographs.
Yep.
We're only here for half an hour. Surely everyone should be here watching us.
I don't think anyone cares, Tone.
No, you're right. I don't think so.
We've got a few people down the front here.
No, we've got a few fans down here.
Yeah,
We've got two.
Yeah.
Hey, we always pick a song to start the podcast.
Yes.
Today was
What was it?
Family Matters. You watched Family Matters
I
as a
watched
kid?
Family Ties. I wasn't familiar
Oh.
with Family Matters. Who
Steve
was it?
Urkel.
Who's Steve Urkel?
Come on, Tone.
No, I don't know.
You're showing your age again.
Yeah, I have.
Anyway, Family Day,
No,
Family
it
Matters.
was a nice upbeat tune.
Makes sense. Hey, we're here this year. We struggled to get here last year in a live podcast.
Well, and I thought that was going to be the case again last night with the downpour, but
It came down, didn't it?
bucketed down.
Yeah.
Wasn't good.
But so really, we got 2 years worth
Yep.
of entertainment information crammed into that 1.5 hour show. This will be special, won't it?
Oh, they're jumping out of their seats out there, Tone. Have a look at.
Hey?
Oh, there we go. We got one
Hey,
round
we
of
might
applause.
have a medley of our greatest hit later.
Yeah, spot on. Hey, Brendan Gale's going to join us.
The chief.
Isn't that good?
Can't
He
wait
loves
to see
talking
him.
Tigers.
He's been in Vegas, the chief.
Has he?
Yeah, we'll talk about that
Yeah,
with him.
all right.
Now, speaking of being away, the great man, he's just got back in town. He's
Yep.
been away for 3 months. Now, it's a little bit of an imposition that football's actually come back on the calendar, which has brought you back to Australia. It's a bit of a shame, really.
It is. I only came back for the football. I
Yeah.
just wandered around the globe for 3 months, Tone, and I had a good time. Went to South America and ducked up to Vegas for a 40th birthday celebration
Nice.
and had to come back because I got to work.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
told
so-
me to come back.
So you had your 40th birthday celebration over there.
Yeah, I did.
You're not 40 for another, 3 weeks yet?
No, but I had to do it then because
Yeah,
the football's starting, Tony.
Oh, right. Well, I'm going to send out an invitation to my 60th birthday, which is in 3 years' time.
Hey,
but,
before we get into it, AC, is that Ned Kelly out there?
No, that's
Ned Kelly's in the crowd.
No, that's Tom Hanks from Castaway.
Oh, it is
Over there.
too.
Yep, there he is. Shannon Gordon, look at the beard on that bloke, just out there.
Have
Yep.
a look at that.
He looks like Ned Kelly.
Hey, what do you reckon we do some social media
Yes.
type? We've got some Talking Tigers t-shirts. You'll see that we're wearing them at the moment.
Yeah.
Brendan Gale, obviously, backstage or coming on shortly. What if someone got a selfie? If you had a selfie with Brendan Gale,
Especially if you've got a selfie stick. I've just found
Yep.
out what they are. Yeah.
and if you upload that to Twitter or Instagram,
Yeah.
hashtag Talking Tigers, we might
Yeah.
get Richard to sign a Talking Tigers
That's
t-shirt
it.
and give
So
it
what-
out.
idea.
So what you want the fans to do, get a selfie
Yep.
with Brendan Gale, hashtag Talking Tigers.
Yep.
You could win a T-shirt.
Richard, you'll sign him.
He
You'll sign
loves having a
Talking Tigers
selfie.
t-shirt.
There's the
And
big
of course,
chief.
the other person that loves signing, and this is his favourite day of the year, is Brett DeLidio.
Yep.
He
Isn't he-
just, please, whatever you do, make sure that you get him to sign something, whatever it is, because he thrives on this day. He does
AGL
any
marquee.
other.
He's in
He
the
loves
AGL
it.
marquee.
He's over at the AGL marquee.
Yeah, yeah.
Please get a selfie with him, get an autograph. He absolutely loves it, Lids.
And he's expecting his first child as well.
He is.
Isn't that
he is
great?
indeed, yeah, which is great news. And doesn't know the sex, and let's not be sexist about it, but it would be lovely if it was a son and get a father-son. And just on that, any news, Matthew, that you can report? You're
no.
3 months away with Jen. Is there anything?
No news, Tone.
Okay, righto.
Hey,
No
Brendan,
news is good news.
the other Brendan Lade's going to join us as well. He's going to have a
Yep.
chat to us about the game yesterday, pre-season game against the Bulldogs.
The
How did
Bulls
we
are
know
all right,
that?
as Richo said.
Hey,
No.
Tone, just read out the list
this is-
of players that didn't
that's
play.
right. I mean,
just
they
to show that they went
I was
pretty
saying
well.
yesterday on the coverage that we had, a few out, but we in fact had the following list of players that didn't play yesterday. So Trent Cotchin, Brett Deludio, Ivan Maric, Dustin Martin, Alex Rance, Shane Edwards, Jack Rewald, Chris Newman, Reece Conker, Troy Chaplin, Basher Hooley, Ben Griffiths, Dave Asprey, Brandon Ellis, and Nathan Foley. So that's 15.
I think you could mount a case that
Everyone
most
would
of
be
those
in the
guys
best.
would be close to being in the
So,
best
so
22.
given that, it was a pretty fair performance, really.
Yeah, I thought
Yep,
so.
We'll go through that with Lady shortly. In the meantime, let's quickly get through some housekeeping. Just as a couple of the main marquees that the players are at. There's the Jeep marquee. You can actually vote for your favourite Jeep Wrangler design for season 2015. Trent Cotchin's there, Brandon Ellis and Sam Lloyd. The Decor marquee, you can pick up your Richmond player drink bottle. Troy Chaplin, Reece Conker and Ivan Maric are there. And Elegance Tiles marquee, you can test out your handball skills with Sean Grigg, Sean Hampson and Nick Flostone. And also the Metro Solar marquee, you can win a junior mascot experience. Players there, Ben Griffiths, Basher Hooley and Taylor Hunt. All right, let's move on now. Let's hear quickly before we get Brendan laid on from Damien Hardwick post-game yesterday after the game at Whitten Oval.
Oh, I was pretty happy. Like, obviously, we had a pretty inexperienced side up there, and to see some of those players, win some good contests, commit to some good bits of play, we were really pleased with what we got out of it. You can't buy that sort of experience for that younger squad. The majority of the players that we played today probably won't, be participating, early in the season. So for them to get a sniff this early is really, really positive.
Was that, I guess, part of the reason why you left so many of your old hands out? You just wanted to give those guys a good look?
Yeah, listen, we're still 6 weeks away from the actual competition, and we always went with a plan. We always knew our guys, because we've got a week off next week, there's no point playing them 1 week because we only wanted to play 2 games. So we just had to figure out that NAB 2, NAB 3 were the 2 games we're going to put our talent on show. So it was always a plan.
Thanks for joining us, Lady, at the desk here. Grab the mic there, yep, that's very
Thanks,
good. Must be nice to have footy back and playing some serious games.
Yeah, it's been a long pre-season, so we're ready to play games. The boys are ready to play games, and it was a good effort from the young guys yesterday.
As we just heard from Dim, it was a good effort, wasn't it, Lady? How did you assess it after the game? You get together and look back at it, but it was a young team, and they had a pretty full strength side, I would have thought, the Doggies. How did you assess the game?
Yeah, we went into the game, obviously wanting to play all our young kids and see what they can do, and all we wanted to see was, something special from each of them, and I think we got a little bit of that from everyone yesterday. You saw big Reece McKenzie come on towards the end and get a couple of touches. Just unfortunately missed that goal. Connor Menadue did some good things.
Don't hold that against him, Lady. Everyone can miss from dead in front, mate.
It was a big win, mate. It was a big win. So it was good to see all the kids, all our kids play and get a touch, and hopefully we keep moving forward. They showed something, and we can keep getting them better.
Another recruit, but not exactly a young kid, but mature age, Kane Lambert. You must have been impressed with his first up effort too.
Yeah, both Kane and Taylor Hunt are probably 2 of our more experienced recruits this year. Kane did some really good stuff in the first half. I think he had 4 or 5 clearances in the first half, and he dropped away a little bit in the second half. But it's a learning experience for him as well. And I thought Taylor was nearly our best player through the day with Milesy and Hampson. So it was good effort from those 2.
Lady, good to see Chris Knight's back playing competitive AFL footy after a couple of years of shocking run with injuries.
Yeah, it's been a long road for Nida. He's, as you said, didn't play at all. We played a couple of games last year and just kept getting sore and sore, so he had the operation. And look, for him to get through the game and kick 2 goals and pull up quite well, it's good for him and good for us, because it gives us a bit more depth across that half-forward line.
You mentioned Taylor Hunt coming over from Geelong. Played really well yesterday. What sort of role do you see him playing this year, Lady?
Yeah, we don't want to make him a tagger. We think he's got some good upside because of his running ability, and we hope that he can play on the wing, be a bit like Brandon, because he can cover the ground nearly as good as Brandon and get up and down the ground and get the ball a little bit more. So at Geelong, I don't think he got the opportunity to play like that, and we've always had a negative role. So we're looking forward to not having that negative role, but might be a stage at some during the year we put him in that.
Not sure what's going on with Matty Arnott's Fred Astaire, but
it's not good.
It's not a great look, but he was pretty good yesterday, wasn't he?
Yeah, his hair's terrible.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
look, if everyone that keeps telling him that he's going to keep it longer to say it looks really good. Look, he was good. Matty's been around since his 4th year, I think, coming into. So He knows how we play. Come in through our midfield yesterday, had some really good efforts. Used the ball quite well and kicked a couple of goals. So that's all you can ask for a midfielder.
Latest new role for Ben Lennon. He come out of defence and looked pretty sure with his disposal and had 16 touches, I think. So a good effort from him.
Yeah, obviously Leno was our first pick from 2 years ago, so it's his second year at the club, and he had a hip operation towards the end of the year, and it was probably a bit worse than we thought. Took a little while to get back and going again, but look, we settled him in the back line this year, and he's been really good for us. Uses the ball really well, and hopefully there's a spot for him down there. What about
Todd Elton played on Boyd, who's a big man, Boydie over there at the Bulldogs. What do you think of his game yesterday?
Yeah, Toddy, you heard his ankle about a week and a half ago. I weren't sure if he was going to play or not, but he played and we gave him the task of Boyd, and he was outstanding on Boyd. Boyd didn't touch it, and I had probably one mark and a goal, but when it was on Toddy, and Toddy played really well, competed hard, and used the ball when he got it.
Another bonus, obviously, was to get through the game yesterday unscathed. That's obviously very important.
Yeah, it's when you see Eric McKenzie hurt his knee in the West Coast game, and you see Liberatore yesterday, and Hrovat got a punctured lung as well. So, look, we got away unscathed, which is good. We kept all the 15 players you mentioned before that didn't play. We kept them intact. So, look, we're going into NAB 2 and 3 full strength and ready to rock for round 1.
Well, lady, before we let you go, what do you want to get out of the rest of the pre-season? What's the focus for the next 4 or 5 weeks before round 1?
We're building to round 1, so it's match fitness for us. It's going through a lot of our structures and making sure they're right. Getting our ball movement, getting up to a standard where we think it's going to be competitive for the whole year. Defensively, we were quite good yesterday. I know they kicked a lot of points, but they had a lot of long shots at goal. I think in the Melbourne game last year, we had a lot of long shots and kicked a lot of points. So it does work, that kind of defensive pressure. So for us, it's putting our best side in, and there's still 5 or 6 spots up for grabs for us, and a lot of people will be competing for them.
Exciting time of year, no doubt, lady. Thanks for coming on the Talking Tigers podcast. Good luck for the rest of the pre-season.
Thanks, guys.
You're going to get out and you're going to get amongst it now, lady? What are you doing?
I'm going to go to the VIPs now up in the boardroom there, mate.
Very good.
I think I'm doing your job, Richard. That's what you normally do.
Get the shades on first,
Before we get the next guest, Brendan Gale on, gents, maybe just go through something you liked out of yesterday's game.
A lady mentioned him, but Chris Knights has had a horror run the last couple of years with injuries and that, and just to see him out there fit, just did some really nice things, kicked a really good goal, just was moving really well. So.
And they're so important, those half forwards, Tone in footy now, and it's great to see Knight out there yesterday.
Absolutely. What about you, Matty?
Yeah, I liked... I like the big guys.
Yes, you do like the big guys.
Let's be honest, I just saw Dale Waitman out there, the little flea.
Yeah.
They're not important, the little players out there. It's only the big players that matter. They win the games, Tone.
Right, of course
so
they
I
do.
liked Reece McKenzie.
Yeah, notwithstanding that miss from 20 metres out directly in front.
Mate, everyone can miss, but I just thought...
Particularly for a key forward at Richmond.
Mate, it's very windy out there, as you know.
Yeah, right.
Very windy. It was the best game I've seen a tall forward play at the Whitten Oval since round 1, 1994.
Yeah, who's played well in that game, Matthew?
I might have kicked 8, I think.
Right, okay.
Might have kicked 8.
Might have been
No, I
8-1.
liked Reece. He looked really good. In the last quarter, he was outstanding.
Yeah. Lady mentioned before, Todd Elton.
Yes.
A player that's thrown around a little bit. He's played multiple positions. He's found what seems to be his best position now in defence. And he
did look solid,
he was
didn't
really
he?
good yesterday.
Yeah,
and that's something for him to build on. We're blessed with depth in the defensive end. And he's another player that's going to put pressure on.
But AC, you need depth. As Lady just said, Eric McKenzie goes down yesterday.
Yeah, of course.
So it was good to see Toddy play
and
well.
just, I suppose, from generically, the overall perspective of the young blokes really had a dip. And it was really only the last 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go, I think we missed a shot for goal. Would have been within a kick again. So and kicking into a fairly stiff wind as there always is at the Whitten Oval. So it was a pretty fair effort.
Gee, the crowd's starting to just build up a bit more now.
Look at this.
Tony, what's happening?
Hey, look at this.
Brendan's here.
I think Elvis just walked in.
Am I on?
I can't believe you had to be escorted down from your office.
Applause. Yeah, he deserves
It was
it.
extraordinary.
It's a little thin on the crowd still. Thought there might be a few more numbers, but anyway, that's okay.
We can't get on earlier. We can't get on later than this. We're not big enough yet, Brendan.
Prime time, is it?
Yeah.
Prime time.
But this is an honour for you, obviously, to be amongst the Talking Tigers crew. You love the Talking Tigers podcast, do you not?
No. It's you guys do a great job in informing and entertaining the Tiger fans. not a great deal of emphasis on the truth. Is that probably
You never let that
take
get
a
in the
little bit
way.
of license?
Don't let that get in the way of a good story.
Yeah,
Brendan.
anyway.
Well, I guess you have brought that up. The truth does. We sprinkle a little bit of sugar on things on Talking Tigers. But I can. I've got a big announcement to make, AC.
What's that, mate?
Chief Watch is back
Yes.
in 2015. So I can announce today that Chief Watch is back on Talking Tigers this year. And what we would like you to do is email us or tweet us any sightings of the Chief. If you see him down Bridge Road or you see him wandering around the city having a latte.
Or just out on the green stuff here, you know.
He's
at
been
any time.
banned from the green stuff, Tony.
Yeah. And
But it is back, and we want to hear. We want to hear your
Yeah, we do.
sightings of the Chief during 2015.
And of course, the Chief is here to officially launch TT's fourth season, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the
official launch.
official launch.
Yeah,
and I guess I've got a bit of material myself as well. I mean, I'm just fortunate enough to spend a little bit of time overseas with Matthew at his
Is that right?
40th birthday, and
Okay. Oh.
I've got a few things I might leak throughout the year and
Please.
a bit of tit for tat. So I look forward to doing that.
Yeah.
Hey, we haven't done much in the last few months, Tony.
I thought we were close to Matty.
Yeah.
I thought over the last 3 years we developed a real bond with him, but no invite to Vegas.
I love America too. I'd love to go.
No
In,
invite.
in fact, just on that, I was just going through the accounts the other day with Michael Stahl, and I noticed some expenses from Vegas attributed to the Talking Tigers.
What?
So I
What
just
are
don't
you
know.
doing?
They're expenses of a personal nature, I might add. So
that's-
I'll just, I might have to get the forensic accountants to have a look at this.
Yeah, that's not
you
on.
guys might be just taking it too far, I think. So.
Well, no, one bloke is because we didn't get the invite, unfortunately, sadly. But
No, it was good
Anyway.
to have. We did go to Vegas for my 40th birthday, and Ben Harrison, who used to play at the Tigers as well. It was great to have Brendan over there, and Wayne Campbell came as well. But
Yeah.
I guess we'll do our first Chief Watch for the year.
Oh, you got one ready?
I have, and it does stem from Las Vegas. And we were having a pre-dinner drink at the Mandarin Bar at the Oriental Hotel on the Strip in Las Vegas, and we all came downstairs to get in taxis. We were going out for dinner at another restaurant, and we were just going to get taxis. There were about 20 of us, and we're lining up there in the cab rank, and the Chief put a turn on. He doesn't get taxis.
no,
He will not do taxis, the Chief. He demanded a limousine, stretch limo, to take us about 100 metres down the road to the next casino. Chief, you don't do
No.
taxis, mate. What's going on?
Well, just on that. Now, Matthew did go overseas on a bit of a holiday with Genevieve, and a well-earned holiday. Works hard through the year.
Yeah,
so,
no, works hard for 5 months. So you got to have 7 off.
And he went over and he purchased an economy seat, which surprised me first up. But hoping to maybe get an upgrade from a connection in at Qantas, but an upgrade wasn't forthcoming. So he flew all the way to South America economy. The big boy couldn't. But they reckon he put on a hissy fit like you wouldn't believe. They reckon there was vitriol, there was swearing. They reckon he nearly had to be detained when he landed in San Diego. Such was his turn he put on. Just the sense of entitlement. He was trying to threaten the captain.
That's not true,
The
Brendan.
poor flight staff. Unbelievable.
Now,
it's not
Brendan, what did you get out of this year's Super Bowl that you've brought back to Richmond, to Tigerland this
No,
year?
I didn't go to Super Bowl. No.
Sorry? You didn't go this year?
No, I've only been to one NFL game in my life, Tony.
Right.
It happened to be the
is
Super
that
Bowl
the
in 2013. But no, I watched the Super Bowl from office,
Okay,
actually, on TV.
alright.
Didn't go this
Hey,
year.
can I ask a serious question?
Go on,
to
mate.
the Chief?
Why?
This can't be serious.
Why?
Well, I just want to ask him
okay.
something
All right,
serious.
righto.
Now, Benny, having been in America and the American sports, went to a New York Knicks game at Madison Square Garden, they really get the fans involved, their engagement of the fans. That's going to be a big focus this year in the AFL. Gil McLaughlin's made it obvious. What has the Tigers got in store for the fans at home games?
Yeah, look, it is, Richo. It's going to be an area of focus for us. And look, I think the most important thing we do for our fans is play an attractive brand of footy and win. I mean, we can't escape that fact. That's, I guess, the most important thing. But yeah, the whole match day experience. The MCG is going to have a lot of LED signage around level 1 and ground level. So we'll be able to sort of introduce Richmond themes at various stages through the game. It'll be sort of really building more of what we've sort of established already, like using the location at Punt Road Oval, as a bit of a meeting place. Using the concourse. We'll continue our Homecoming Heroes theme, which we introduced last year, which is a real hit. There'll be kick to kick at various games on Sundays. So, that whole match day experience is something that, I think we've got a huge room to improve, Richard.
Speaking of the fans, Brendan, how lucky are we? 63,000 members already by the end of February. Fantastic effort. You must always be in awe of our fans.
I am AC, and it's truly humbling. And of our membership team and team, we've got a crack team up there that provide really high levels of service, and so I'm really proud of them all. But the loyalty of our fans is amazing, and I've been asked a lot recently, are we going to be number one in membership, and is that a goal? And I mean, those sorts of goals are great, but I guess the most important thing is focusing on really high levels of service and really giving our fans a sense of involvement in our club and keeping them informed and, dare I say it, entertained, boys. So that's all part of, I guess, what we do, that sense of it. And if we continue to get record numbers, that's an outcome, so be it. But it's terrific, mate. Really proud.
Now, speaking of massive numbers, I understand that you have nearly 4,000 Twitter followers. Now, I'm not up. I don't really understand Twitter or any of that sort of stuff, but that is very impressive.
I have a very small audience, Tony, but they're very loyal. Yeah. They're very loyal.
Are you addicted to social media, Chief?
I might have an issue. Yeah. I might have an issue.
You're all over it.
I've just tumbled like you wouldn't believe. I was cynic. I was the cynic.
Yeah.
Anyway, once Tony joined.
I remain a cynic. I'm not on.
No,
that is someone masquerading as me.
No, it's
and
not.
I'm not on, and I actually got into trouble during the week for people at the club thinking it was me, and I don't know anything about Twitter.
Yeah, Tigerland, the real Tigerland Tony
or
is here.
Instagram or anything.
We need to have a chat.
Snapchat, anything like that.
2015. So, the start of the year is always an exciting time. Are you excited about what is in store on field and off field for this season?
Yeah, I am, AC. I look forward to this year with a lot of confidence. I've got a really good, strong feel about the whole place. I just think the experience that we went through last year of being in a really bad situation, but really working our way through it together as a whole club, and coming out and making the finals. I thought that was a really significant achievement. And look, we weren't up to it in the finals, and we've sort of looked into why that happened. But I thought Dan Richardson and Damien and the football department, it was a really rich learning experience, and it would put us in good stead. Off the field, we continue to sort of grow, and it's a real strong feel. And even yesterday, I was really impressed yesterday. You guys have talked about the inexperienced side, but there's a good defensive attitude, and we look quick at times. Look really, really quick. We've got some real running power, and some of our big boys. I thought Toddy Elton did a great job yesterday, and Big Reese showed a bit. So, look, it's a real good, solid feel, I reckon. So,
Benny, it's a big year for the club. We celebrate 130 years. Have we got anything in store? Is there any events later in the year that we can look forward to?
Yeah, we have, mate. We've got a few bits and pieces. So, it is a milestone for the year. And
50 years at the MCG too.
50 years at the MCG, that's right, Tone. So we have got a calendar of events planned throughout the year, mate. So stay tuned. richmondfc.com.
What do you think of Tone's jeans?
What do you mean?
Can you stand up, Tone, for a
Stand
second?
up,
No, I'm
Tone.
not standing up. What's wrong with them?
You look good.
Well, if I look good, people would just know that anyway.
You've rolled them up, though.
Are they Lee Coopers?
They Wranglers?
I haven't seen a pair of those since
No,
1984.
they're Wranglers, mate. They're
I could never
Wranglers.
afford a pair of Lee Coopers.
You've rolled them up, Tone. You've got a roll on the bottom.
Do you roll them or not? Is that fashionable?
I think you're not a hipster, though. Let's be
I had
honest.
to roll them up because they don't fit me otherwise. Anyway, it's not about me.
How do you reckon, Tony, look, these beards everyone's sort of growing?
I had one once. I had like Shannon's out there. It's a beauty.
What about Dimmer? Do you reckon Dimmer look good with one?
Yeah,
I reckon we set a challenge for Dimmer.
Dimmer,
Yeah.
get one of those big
goatee.
hipster
No,
beards,
I reckon a
mate.
goatee would look good on Dimmer.
I want Dimmer to be the first coach in the AFL to have a big hipster beard.
Big
in
hipster beard.
2015.
Yeah,
Dan Richardson look good with one. He'd have the sort of nude nut with a big beard here.
There he is out there. Look at him.
Is he? Oh, he's out. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
look at him.
You can picture it.
I'm in trouble now. Okay. Anyway.
Brendan, thanks for joining us. As always, it's a pleasure to have you on. Talking
You'd have a
Tigers.
1,000 things that you'd have to do now, I would imagine.
I'm just going to go out there, Tone, and just wander around and
Yeah,
speak
yeah.
to our wonderful
to your
fans
adoring
and members
masses.
Get
Yeah.
some selfies.
All good.
Yeah.
Get a selfie with Brendan. Hashtag Talking Tigers.
Thanks, guys.
All right,
Thanks,
thanks,
Benny.
mate. Thank you.
Thanks, mate. All right, let's before we wrap up here today, I just want to get through a couple other things that are happening. The raffle is on. First prize is Trent Cotchin 2014 match-worn jumper, which is signed by Trent. Second prize, a teen signed jumper. And there's other goodies up for grabs as well. The Lucky Dip area, it's $5 a Lucky Dip. Some good prizes there to be won as well. Got some players there. Daniel Butler, Reece McKenzie, we've talked about. Connor Menadue, Ivan Soldo are there. All money going towards the Fighting Tiger Fund there. And it's the final day to beat the membership price rise. We mentioned before, 63,000 members already. Make sure you visit the staff at the membership marquee.
How many members do we want this year? 70?
I'm
As
not
many
sure
as we can
we've
get.
specified a figure without giving anything away, Matthew.
Well, you should.
Yeah, okay. And also the merchandise. Make sure you get your latest gear from the Richmond merchandise tent.
And
5% of proceeds go to the Alana and Madeline
And there's
Foundation.
some great food here. There's a little kid down here having a hot dog, and she's thoroughly enjoying it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is the taco van here?
Oh, I hope so.
I might go get a taco.
No, I could go a taco.
Been
Definitely.
in Mexico.
Hey, Tone. No.
You haven't told us the highlights. We'll wait for the first weekly instalment of Talking Tigers so we can get some highlights. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, okay. No podcast is complete without you trying to be funny.
Yeah.
So let's hear.
And you've told me I'm not allowed to work blue because it's family day.
Green as gags are coming up. Give us some of your finest.
All right.
Mate. You've been working on this all week.
Well, because some of them have got a bit of a family flavour to it. You know, little Johnny comes running into the room and says, Grandpa, can you make us sound like a frog? So it was Grandpa, not Grandma. Can you make us sound like a frog? The Grandpa says, I don't know. Why do you ask? And little Johnny replies, because Grandma says, as soon as you croak, we can go to Disneyland.
Nothing.
I was late getting here. I was late getting here because my dog Ruby, I got a golden retriever Ruby, and she swallowed my iPhone this morning. Tell you what, I'm going to wring her neck when I get home. What do you
drum roll for this.
What do you call a farmer who thinks that the end of the world is nigh?
What?
Farmageddon.
Boom.
Lovely, magnificent. Little Johnny again.
Yes.
Family.
You like
He's
Johnny?
probably here today. Little Johnny says to his mother, I'm glad you named me Johnny, Mum. Why is that? His mum asked. Because that's what all the kids at school call me.
Are you finished yet or not? One more.
No,
we
when
better
I was,
get the band on.
this
Yeah,
is
one
true.
more.
When I was growing up, my parents used to tell me that I could be anyone I wanted. Yeah. Nowadays, the police call that identity theft.
Well, that can only get better from there.
It will.
this year.
That's
That's
a bad
just
start.
It's just a trial.
Yeah.
Just a trial run.
Practice
today.
match. It is a
No,
practice
they're
practice
back.
match.
They're back green as gags.
All right,
We
well,
love
What
it.
about an under 23 squad? I don't understand why we haven't
Well,
up there.
we are back
Yep.
in the studio from Tuesday, March the 10th. We're live this year.
Live.
So you can call up and talk to us live Tuesday afternoons around lunchtime. Check the website for details there. You can also subscribe to Talking Tigers by visiting iTunes. Just search for Talking Tigers on iTunes. And, of course, visit richmondfc.com.au to hear all of our episodes so far.
Yeah, Matty, you go home and have a
Yes.
well-earned rest because you've
I
only
will.
had the last 3 months off.
I know, I'm tired. I've just done
Yep.
half an hour's work,
Yep,
so I
yep,
better go
yep,
home
yep.
and rest up.
Yep.
Nah,
Sure.
thanks for everyone coming
Yeah,
today.
have a great day, everyone.
Look forward to
Enjoy the
this
day.
year.
Yep.